Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen.
I was born and raised in the South, in a city, and now I live in the Midwest on a farm, and I love it. Other things I love are Jesus, my family, and everything food. I'm so glad you decided to join me today.
Are y'all still having a happy fall? I know I am. We are still harvesting, and I love harvest. I love harvest. Of course, my top love language is not quality time. Now, people who have a love language that's quality time, I know harvest can be a little challenging because you don't see those you love very much, but it's still so much fun, and I feel like growing up in the city, this whole harvest thing is like a movie. And the weather is always exciting. You start off in the morning and it's very chilly and fun, and then by the evening you are in your summer gear again. But we're to the part of harvest where we put the grain in bags, and it's kind of fun. They look like these giant marshmallow tubes in the field. We need someone in the tractor that is sitting there that has the bagger attached. And so I often get that job, or one of the girls, or maybe a friend who's helping out at harvest. And you know the Bible tells us that a man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. And I always have a big plan, a big list of things I want to accomplish. And at times I'll ask Rick if he can accomplish anything on the list with me. And his response is usually after harvest, which is fine because he is working so hard 6 days a week. And even on Sundays when our ox is in the ditch, we have to move corn. And so we sit out there in chairs in front of the elevator and just visit and have a little elevating corn date. I'll take it. Patience is a fruit of the Spirit, and it's also a command. And so it's never a bad thing for me to have to practice patience. So after harvest, no big deal. I can wait. But fall cooking is one of my favorite things to do. And so today we're going to make something yummy again for fall. Today we're going to make pumpkin cream cheese swirl bars. Let me show you what you'll need.
Graham cracker crumbs, sugar, butter, pumpkin pie spice, cinnamon, flour, cream cheese, vanilla, sour cream, salt, and eggs. There was something wrong with my microphone attached to my phone, and so this is silent. Here I was talking about the fact that these bars start with a graham cracker crust and how yummy that was. This is where I talk about my melted butter smelling divine, and there are a few things that smell as great as melted butter. Here I talk about adding a half a cup of sugar in this cute little cup that my sweet mama gave me, and I say, "Hi Mom, I love you." Then I talk about adding 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs. Stir that around, and I can't remember what I was telling y'all here. Here I was talking about having a fork from my mom and dad's house. I think we each have one. It's their first silverware. It's such a great memory. Be sure and line a 9x13 pan with parchment paper. Then pour your graham cracker mixture in your pan. Then press it with your fingers. Then put it in a 350-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes. While the crust is baking, get a bowl and start part 1 of your filling mixture. You put in 3 blocks of 8-ounce cream cheeses. And I was talking about how mine aren't the same brand, but that I always had cream cheese on hand. And then I talked about cream cheese, which is one of my favorite subjects. Then you add 2 cups of sugar to the cream cheese mixture. And this is a cup I got from my sweet sister Hattie, and I told her I loved her. Then I talked about my favorite vanilla, Jones Vanilla, and smelled it because it's amazing. And I measured with my heart a couple of tablespoons. I'm getting ready to mix it when I realize my mixer is not plugged in, and I got a big kick out of that. Then I add 1/2 cup sour cream. Then I talk about just adding the tiniest bit of salt. More mixing. Then it was time to add 3 eggs, and I talked about how I didn't have any eggs, and so I went out to the chicken coop, and there were 3 eggs, and about how God provides just enough, and how grateful I was. Then I proceed to crack 3 eggs right into the bowl, living on the edge. Then mix those eggs in well. Here I talk about taking 1 cup of the cream cheese batter and putting it over into the second bowl. That will be the second part of our filling. Then you add 1 can of pumpkin puree, not pumpkin mix. Then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then you add 1 teaspoon pumpkin pie spice. And I talk about the things that are in pumpkin pie spice are ginger, cloves, and cinnamon. But it's kind of nice to have it all in one bottle. Then we add 1 tablespoon of flour, and it's in a cute little kitty teaspoon given to me by my sweet sister Shani, and I tell her I love her as well. Make sure your mixer's plugged in this time. Then you're going to pour the cream cheese batter over the top of the crust. Spread it around. Now I'm telling you to take your pumpkin mixture and spoon it in dollops all over in a polka dot fashion, your cream cheese mixture. I remember laughing about loving polka dots or something like that. Now I talk about taking a sharp knife and swirling it through the top, but don't go all the way down to the crust. Just go about halfway. You got this, and it's fun. And now I'm just having fun swirling the top. Now I'm telling you to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes.
Y'all, look how beautiful this is. This is burning hot, but my whole kitchen smells so good. Y'all, thanks so much for being with me today and making some pumpkin cream cheese swirl bars. I hope y'all continue to have a great fall. Don't forget to thank Jesus and enjoy. See you next time. little date with their dog next to the grain elevators.
I love it! Love y'all!